it's time for another adventure in old code. Today we look at something called NewNib. Suggests there's an old nib, but I don't know. I don't know if there was. Joey's New Nibbles. Joey's New Nibbles. Ah, okay. Let's play it. Whoa! Okay. Welcome to the Better Than Ever Nibbles. Of course, this I'm gonna interject here and say there wasn't an old Nibbles, not in my programs. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the game of Nim. No, this is Nibbles. You remember Nibbles? Everyone knows Nibbles. What am I thinking? Game with the snake and the numbers? Okay. Welcome to the Better Than Ever Nibbles. Of course, this game was not made by some huge corporation who distributes it all over the world, but by me. If you have this game in your possession and are not my cousin Steven, then I'm going to have to kill you. Sorry that I don't feel terrible about that. You just don't matter to me. Okay, well, so Steve, I guess you were allowed to play this game. What an honor. I wonder if you actually did. Anyway, the gameplay is much like the old primitive Nibbles. The only difference is that you're trying to hit the X's. The number of X's left to hit are displayed in the top left corner. You may go over yourself. I will allow it, but that is it. You cannot go outside of the picture frame. Only I can do that. If you find you would like to go faster, I have added a speed up feature, not like those people at Microsoft. They think that they are so great. I am better than them totally. Anyhow, pressing space will double your speed, but remember, after you double your speed, you cannot take it back. Use at your own discretion. Also, as an added bonus for all those rooting for you to lose, you only have 10 seconds to collect each X. If you are good, then you will be able to do it. Press any key to continue. Starting speed, I have no idea. Higher number lower, slower, or lower number slower? We'll do 10. Yes, definitely increase my speed. Whoa, okay, so it waited for me to hit a button. So, oh dear. Do you not know how to play Nibbles? The whole point of the game is to not hit the walls. You are so stupid. Bye. Press enter to quit. See for more criticism. Oh, gee, I think I want to be criticized more. You actually want to be criticized? Are you stupid or something? There's no way I'm going to criticize someone with so little brain tissue as you. I can't believe what I am hearing. You stupid, idiotic, flea-bitten butt wipe. How dare you ask me to criticize you? Press a key. That's it. Okay, I didn't get to play the game. Let's start out at 1, and yes, increase the speed. So it waits for a key press. So if you'll remember the old Nibbles, you are a snake, and you really weren't allowed to go over yourself. Oh, here I am talking, ran out of time. Ooh, sorry, you lost. You ran out of time. Remember, only 10 seconds for each X is allotted. If you can't remember that, then maybe you should stick to the traditional game of Nibbles. If you can accept the fact that you made a mistake, and also that I am better than you, then I will allow you to play again. Next time. If I ask for more criticism, okay, it's the same message. Let me collect an X. So you were not allowed to go over yourself, but you know what? I didn't know how to check to see if you had collided with yourself. So, oops, here we go. Let's collect this X. Oh yeah, I'm... Yeah, I think I deserve some of this criticism. I think my computer's too fast. 1. You know what? I'm not going to increase my speed because I'm scared what's going to... Whoa. Right on. Nice. So the color of the snake is changing. Oh, come on. Cycling through the colors. This is color 5. Oh, man, when you go right over yourself. Oh, oh. Okay. Well, let's dive into this. January 19th, 1999. Okay. End. Good end. Why is there a dot at the end of good end? There's a dot at the end of end because end ends your program. Bad end time, bad end hit, intro, and criticize. Okay, I've got a name variable here. Okay, this is an array, actually. An array of strings, 20 of them. Okay, LRUD, dim shared loser, and a random number generator. Randomizing the timer going to screen 12, 64480. Loser is N. I guess I'm not a loser to begin the game. That's great. This sets up my arrow keys. We've seen that before. And X, Y, 32240, smack dab in the middle of the screen. I am assuming that is the position of the head of your snake. Then we do the intro. Print our message. Wait for a key press. Oh, we need to double the speed if you hit space. Clear the screen. Oh, man. So starting speed equals speed, and then I take that and I subtract it from 100. So because waiting in time, speed was determined by an empty for loop somewhere, in reality, the higher the number, the slower things went. And so to make it traditional, where the higher the number, the faster, I take what you input and I subtract it from 100. So when I was saying 1, my speed was 99. So I'm going to increase that by 10. And then when I said 10, it was actually 90. And used in an empty for loop, that gave you your speed. Increased speed is in the... okay, that's in the variable increase. So for A equals 1 to 50. Okay. These are going to be my levels. There's going to be 50 levels, I think. Yep. So, A is the level number. We start out and we do this. What the heck is this? Let's just grab it. I mean, I think we can all figure out what that is, but oops. Clearly it draws the picture frame that we see. There we go. That's a nice little playing field. 2 boxes and diagonal lines. So that's the outer box, that's the inner box, and these are all the 4 diagonal little lines. Okay. Decent. New nib. Okay. Okay, locate 1, 1, print 51 minus A, X is left. Okay, so on level 1, 51 minus 1 is 50, so we'll say 50x is left. When we're on level 50, this is going to say 1x left. So the x's left include the current x that you're after. I didn't even see that mess. See, now I've increased it by 10, so I'll say 100 now. Yes. Oh yeah, it's right there. Oh. Maybe I didn't understand the speed variable. Maybe I should... Oh, no, right, because I opened the file again. There we go. This is probably what it was more. Now we have 49 x's left. Then I can say, wow, this is so boring. I want to go faster. So boom. I increase. Boom, boom. Oh boy. Boom, boom. Yeah, okay. All right. So that's us printing x's. Then x2, y2. Random number between 41 and 625. Okay, somewhere in the playing field. No, not 625, 615. You can see my inner box goes from 20 to 620. So my random number is 41 to 615 to stay inside that inner box. And the y's are going to be from 36 all the way up to 445. 36, yeah. Yeah, the inner box goes from 30 to 450. So that will encase all the random numbers, random coordinates that we are allowed to choose. Then we are going to, so that random pixel will be the center of the X. So we're drawing a line, 5 to the right and 5 up, 5 to the left and 5 up, all the way, 5 to the right and 5 down. And then we're going to do the opposite. So this creates the X centered at that point that we chose. Then if we chose to increase the speed, then every time through the loop, for every level, speed is actually going to decrease by 2. We're going to say 20. Okay, then C equals C plus 1, if C equals 16, then C equals 1. This is the color cycler that we've seen before. 1 to 15. Okay, then we start the timer. It's timer on. Never, ever, don't have to do that. Anyhow, time equals timer, so that's the starting time. And here's our game loop. So, first we're going to p-set where we are. Okay, that is the very beginning of the screen. Then we are going to see if a key was pressed. If a key was pressed, then what we're going to do is we are going to set some variables which we've never seen before. I don't remember seeing exfac. Exfac. No. So exfac is 0. If I hit left, exfac is -1, and yfac is 0. If we hit right, xfac is 1, and yfac is 0. So xfac is what we're going to add to our x value, and yfac is what we're going to add to our y value. So if I hit left, all this means is if I was going in a vertical direction, no longer am I going in that vertical direction. I'm going in the x direction and to the left. Okay, and if I hit spacebar, then I simply divide my speed by 2. Because I'll use speed in an empty for loop, this essentially doubles it. Okay, and here we go. We're adding whatever xfac is to x and whatever yfac is to y. So half the time one of these is going to be adding 0, but that's okay. So because we're constantly doing that, all we have to do whenever we hit a direction button is just to set the xfac and the yfac values properly. And the game loop will take care of adding and updating our position. Okay, then here's the speed wait. All right, if timer minus time is greater than 10, so this is 10 seconds you've been doing this, then bad end time. And bad end time. Loser becomes Y. Oh. And I print my message. Ask for a key press. Pretty standard things. Oh, I used a select case here instead of an if-else. We've seen this before. It's a nice way of bringing multiple if statements together in a more concise way. Although with only 2 cases, you don't get as much. You maybe save 1 line, but that's okay. So if we hit enter, then end. If we hit C, then we get criticized. You stupid idiotic flea-bitten butt wipe is actually a line from a story I wrote. A story called Sable 143, which I eventually turned into a game in QBasic, so we'll eventually see that, but we're a long way from there. But this is one of the characters in that game is quite a foul mouth, and that's a line that he uses. Okay, so that's criticize. We were at bad end time. Okay. And then the game, and then it's ended. Yeah, now well actually, wait a second, how did it end? If I hit enter, then I end. Oh, was there an end here in criticize? Yeah, there it is. End. Okay. You do not ever return from bad end time. Okay, now if x is greater than 619 or x is less than 21, or these are the bounds check. Did I hit a wall? Okay, if I hit a wall, then bad end hit. Again, I get to be a loser. And this is analogous to this same thing. Okay. Now we loop until, here we go, the absolute value of your x position and the middle of the x that you're trying to get to is less than or equal to 3. And similarly with your y position. So you have a 3 by 3 square around the center of that x to hit. And remember, each diagonal is 10 pixels long. So, I mean, you don't have to be pixel perfect, but you have to hit the center of the x. You can't just hit the edges. Okay, and then we're drawing a line. Oh, okay, what this does is it erases the x. This is the same line commands up here. We colored them 14. This time we're coloring them 0. Okay, and then we go all the way up to the next A, where we clear the screen. So because we're clearing the screen, I'm not sure why we're erasing the X there, since we're clearing the screen. The only thing I can think of is in the last level, then we come out. So I don't know what happens when you beat the game. Let's hack it. For A equals 1 to 50, 50 to 50. So we just blew past everything. 100. Sure, why not? Here we go. 1x left. Let's do this. Wow, you made it through all 50. You are obviously a genius. Of course, I could do better. Bye. That is, yeah. Okay. Oh. This is nice. Okay, I'm going to actually... This path isn't found. There is more to this than meets the eye. Do I have that data file? I do. Okay. Let's run it again. Let's see what happens. 100, yes. Oh no, I didn't hack it. What? I thought I... No, of course I hacked it. What am I saying? The one at the top of the screen means I'm almost done. Duh. Okay. Let's get this. Okay, so now we actually do something else. Type in your name. Oh, okay. I'm Joey. Caps lock again. Okay, Joey. That's me. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. I should have looked ahead. Okay, so these are the paths for the actual computer that I had this on. And look, oh man, this looks awesome. Okay, let's change this up. I don't think quickly, so I don't see that, although I think I did. Okay, 100. Let's try this again. Whew, I feel good. I feel good. Okay, type in your name, Joey. What? These are all the people who completed all 50 X's. How der Stock Simulators creator Joey. Huh? Okay, what if my name wasn't Joey? My name is Fred this time. Okay, so it's clearly getting the name and is shoving it into a text file. Why are all these How der Stock Simulators creator? I'm going to actually save this file. Let's open up this data file and see what is in here. 7. How der Stock Simulators. Okay. You might be asking what that 7 is for. Let's see how I did this ending. Okay. So we will open, now we've seen input, reading and writing to text files before. So we're opening this file again for input as number 1. So number 1 is the file handle, and we're reading from the file. We read from the file a number, so that was at 7 at the top. And then from X, okay, then we loop from 1 to that number and grab the name. Oh, and this is the name array that we saw at the beginning. So I guess you're allowed 20 names before it conks out. So what we could have done is there's a command called EOF, and EOF you can actually check to see if you're at the end of the file. But back in the day, I didn't know how to use EOF. So you'd say EOF and then in brackets number, the file handle, just to ask the file, hey, are we at the end? Anyway, so I didn't know how to use that. So what I had to do instead, because if you keep reading from a file and you go past the contents, it'll error out on you. So I needed to know when to stop. So I just saved the number of names in the file first, and that's what I read in first. And then in a for loop, I grabbed all the names and closed the file. Now name string has all the names in the array. So then we type in our name and we add it to the next available name. So because there are 7 names, we'll read in 7. So name string of 1 through 7 will be filled. But now I can store something in name of 8, the next one. And then I increase num, so now it's 8. Then I open up the same file, and I'm going to But for output this time, we're going to dump all the text into it. And we print our number, print each name, close the file. What? Then I open the file again and read all the names. I did not have to do that. These are all the people who have completed all 50 X's. I didn't have to do that because the name array didn't go away just because I wrote its contents to a file. It's still in memory, so I didn't have to. Yeah. Oh well. These are all the people who have completed all the 50 X's, and then just keep printing their names with 1, 2, 3 spaces in between. Close the file again, and you're done. So that is Joey's New Nibbles. Again, me just trying to recreate what I saw. Imitation first, and then creativity second, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that's my Nibbles game. Okay, thanks for joining me in this adventure in old code. Have a nice day, and we will see you next time.